Court leader Raila Odinga has this morning met with several ODM governors in his Capitol Hill office. Raila addressed the governors on audit queries raised by the Auditor General's report, and he also castigated President Kenyatta over his rejection to append his signature to the petroleum bill. Here is part of his address.
Every part of this country has its own resources that they can or have developed over the years for the benefit of the residents and the entire nation. We have regions that have done well in agriculture and fully enjoyed its proceeds. It is clear that what the president cannot countenance, the fact that the future economy of this country will be dependent on counties and peoples that have been neglected and treated with the contempt ever since the colonial days and in all our years of independence as low potential areas. The attempt by the president to reduce the benefits host communities and counties are entitled to from their oil amounts amount to an attempt to steal from those communities and counties through illegitimate executive orders. It is geared at ensuring that the marginalized communities of Kenya will never sit on the high table of this country, even when they eventually discover resources that should lift them out of poverty. In this memorandum, the president has said marginalized communities should not be paid more than twice what they receive as the annual allocation in the division of revenue bill. Such a limitation stipulating the maximum communities can get seems limited to petroleum. There is no such limitation on what other people can receive as revenue share from other resources. Is there a maximum to what Nairobi or Kiambu can receive in land rates? Is there a maximum to what other counties can receive from agricultural levies? Why petroleum? Mr. President, the dreams of the Turkana, Pokot, Marakwet, Coastal or Somali children are as valid as those of other children from other parts of Kenya. What is worse is that the president used the lamest excuse to deny the marginalized communities their birthright by saying that their counties have problems absorbing the budget. The true position is that the national government has a worse record on absorption of budget than counties. You have never seen ministries or other national government agencies denied monies in the budget on account of their failure to absorb their previous allocations. In fact, most counties have a better budgeted absorption than many national government ministries and agencies. In any event, there's no reason why we cannot create a sovereign fund for counties into which all monies due to the counties and local communities are invested and the monies released to them as they require and at a rate that they can absorb. Instead of what the president is doing or robbing the future generations of marginalized communities and allocating their birthright to the national government so that it may be gobbled up by what has become an efficient looting machine called the Jubilee administration. The president wants to starve long marginalized parts of Kenya of their dues to perpetuate the system of patronage that his administration is reintroducing that seeks to return Kenyans to the era when only the national government could dispense of development and all other communities had to be beggars. Our MPs and senators must stand up against this executive dictatorship. We must not allow the petroleum and mineral resources within Turkana County, or any other county for that matter, which Constitution stipulates must be equitably shared between the national government and the local communities. We must not allow such wealth to be stolen, plundered, and exploited by persons who enjoy political patronage from the national government with impunity. We must stand up for the long-suffering people of Turkana and for all the other communities on whose land petroleum has been or will be discovered in the future. The Jubilee government has stolen everything in the accounts, borrowed on its tax revenues till it is above its credit limits, and is now going for the birthright of our most vulnerable communities. It must not happen to the Turkana or any other marginalized community. End of the statement.